So you're just starting out working out, and a lot of times people ask a question. I see it on a lot of forums, a lot of places on the internet, sometimes under other YouTube videos and things about how do I start training? Where do I start with weightlifting and working out and all that sort of thing? Because it's kind of a daunting sort of world. There's so much to it. And it's really pretty simple, honestly. I mean, it's simple, but it can get pretty complicated once you get into the details of things. But it's good for you to know that just effort in you know, a safe sort of way, like if you're doing safe exercises and you're putting out effort, that will achieve some results. So it's not like all or nothing. You don't have to get everything perfect in order to get a result. So the way I started training was I started training 3 days a week when I was 14 years old, and I just started doing some arm curls, you know, 3 or 4 sets. And I was doing it in front of the TV because I wanted to make sure that I could stick to it. So I used the TV as motivation to be able to be in that place and actually do the arm curls, right? Because I just was lazy, I couldn't get the motivation to do it. So I had to play these little tricks with myself. So first of all, getting the motivation is important. And you know, I'll do a shout out right now to a guy, he has a YouTube channel called Average Joe Muscle. And he hasn't been training that long, only for a year or two, and he gives some tips about what's helping him on his journey and how he got started. And you might find that that channel is useful for you as well, rather than getting too advanced with all these different types of workout programs and diets and all this kind of stuff. So he kind of goes through more of a beginner point of view of how do we discover this world called bodybuilding and lifting weights and things too. So yeah, I'll put the link down below if you want to check out his channel. And anyway, you know what I want to say to you is just don't get too wrapped up in the details because they'll drive you crazy. You know, the first step is the most important step on this journey, and there's really no right or wrong way to do it. There's not an absolute. As many people, it doesn't matter how many people you talk to, there'll be many people out there that'll say, no, there's only this way, only that way, and they'll just drive you crazy. But there's your way, and it takes time to discover that. So you try different techniques, you try different types of exercises, you try different ways of eating, and you find what makes you feel better, feel healthier and happier, and that sort of thing. So that's really where I'd start. I'd start simple. Just start simple, you know, just to start with 1 or 2 exercises, you know, and stick to that 3 times a week for 2 or 3 sets, you know. If you have a friend that can show you how to do the exercise, you know, in a safer way, that would be really helpful, you know, that's great. And then what you do is you start to build on it from there. You know, you start to build on it. You start to get some development in one muscle, and you start to realize, oh, I'd like to be able to train this muscle too. This muscle seems like it needs a little bit of work. And then you start to actually add. It's like a painter adding layers to a painting, okay? So as far as diet goes, you know, I start with just balance. That's the best thing. You know, if you can come up with some sort of balance, you know, you have protein in every meal, you know, moderately low fat protein. You have a carbohydrate that isn't straight sugar or table sugar or fructose. You know, you just have a, you know, brown rice, yam, potato, oatmeal, and even white rice. I mean, you can get away with. So here I am, I'm having just a couple of sushi rolls, a couple of salmon rolls after a workout, and the carbohydrates are pretty high glycemic index, but that's actually perfect for after a workout because you want the carbs to replenish quickly into the muscle. So if you're on a diet where you're trying to, you know, lose body fat and stuff, maybe you don't want the sugar in the rice, but for right now, it's perfect for me. It's really about, are your lifestyle choices in congruence with your goals? You know, are they closer to that? You know, does it mean that your choices are the best possible choices? Well, maybe they're not, because this takes time for you to discover what the best choices are for you. But just do a little bit of research on, you know, good carbohydrates, good proteins, and good fats. And you include each of these 3 in every single meal. And you may find that a couple of them you can exclude from a few meals and just include in the end of the day. So like me, I have moderately low fat protein and carbohydrates in every meal. That's my staple, and I eat that 4 or 5 times a day. And then what I'll do as a treat or something, or as my fats, I'll have almond butter, or I'll have some egg yolks here and there, you know, but I really moderate those types of fats, because I find that when I eat too many of them, I don't have the same capacity to work out hard at the gym. I find that my energy level goes down, and I feel really bogged down, like the fat takes too long for me to digest. But this is what I've discovered. So you may have a different sort of experience. So just know what you're putting in your body and really measure how you feel from that. And you can really measure your performance in the gym based on how do you feel. Are you more out of breath today, or are you less out of breath, you know, with a certain type of eating? Are you able to get more repetitions or less repetitions? You know, do you feel really drained, or do you feel empowered and energetic? You know, these are good signs to show you whether your diet is on the right track or not. You know, and I'm not talking about competition diet, because that's a whole other type of insanity here, but really lifestyle, this is what we're talking about, is does this diet and this way of eating and this way of training support your lifestyle and help you be healthier and happier? So I hope this video helped you a little bit, and take care for now.